Good morning. Look at this. Just a little bit of snow this morning, but enough to really be pretty. I've got to come out and turn the chickens out and grab some seed for them so that it can be fermenting. Takes a couple of days. And it's still snowing just a little bit, as you can see. So the other day, if y'all were watching the video, no, Mimi, hush. She's such a booger. She gets excited. If you were watching the video where Hugh was cutting the log, I had a little slip down the bank. And look at this. I'm wondering if that's Ferdy's. That must be Ferdy. Either that or it's a big turkey. Ferdy's already up and about, apparently. But when I slid, I didn't have anything. I felt my left hip just a little bit achy that next day. But the last couple of days, I have been having some really significant left knee pain. So, yeah. Just all comes from being very clumsy. Very clumsy. Mimi, hush. She's a booger. Even this crazy, dirty bird lot looks pretty in the snow. Look at that. Hey, babies. Snow makes everything pretty, doesn't it? Be quiet, guys. Be quiet. Hush. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Y'all have to put up with my singing so much. I apologize, but the birds expect it. Oh my gosh. There goes George. Where's Chuck at, bud? Where's Chuck? I think the girls have decided they're not coming out this morning. They're just staying in there. We have one that just keeps looking out. She's looking out. She's saying, nah, I don't think so. It's too chilly out there. And Speckled Miss, she's thinking, maybe I should go back inside. That tent's got to be cold on your feet, sweetheart. Yeah, she says, I'm going back in. Hello. It's cold. And there's our new little miss. And her brother was the first one out this morning, and there he is over there. What you doing, Scooter? I bet their food is frozen. I've started feeding them later in the evening. He's going back. Nope. He says, nope, I'm not going back in. Started feeding them later in the morning or in the afternoon so that they have something just to keep them warm. Look at these piles of ice. We've been dumping this water out every morning. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna really have to bring my heater down for one of these. I have a base that is big enough to set under one of these, but it will not. It will keep one of them, and that's all I need, is just to keep one of them. thawed out. And hopefully, ouch, there's that knee again. Can't move it wrong because it yells at me. Alright. Hopefully the water will run in the spigot or in my hose. We keep it stretched out, and that's pretty good downhill, even through the dog lot. So, and that's a frostless faucet. What? There went one of our girls. Did you see that? She flew from a long distance. I don't know what that was about, but she did it. That's funny. That's so funny. But don't let me forget to turn the water on and get these chickens some water. But I want to come over here and show you what Hugh has done on the sawmill. I was going to come over here and videotape this yesterday, but Chelsea and I were working really hard on getting ready for our Kringle market. And I never made it out here while he was working on it. And at this point, I think he has all the sides closed in. There's a kitty cat. Hi, kitty kitty. That must be Mufasa. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see much of a distance. But, so now all he has to do is put the tin on it. And John is gone this week, and John made him say that he would hold until he got back, because John's a squirrel. And he will, nope, that's, Phantom. But, anyway, John's better on heights than he is, so he's waiting on John to get back. But look at that, y'all. They did such a nice job with this little sawmill shed. Yeah. That's just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. And of course it, you know, it will offer a lot of protection from, I mean, obviously the wind will come in the front, but having the walls on 3 sides and then the roof will keep them dry and mostly out of the wind, because our prevailing wind, can't remember which direction Hugh said it comes from, but it comes from a direction that will hit these walls before it will hit Huey. And he's like me. When it's cold outside, he'd rather be in anyway. So there's always something to do inside as well. But I'm so proud of him. That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. And now this barn over here is next on the list, but it may be a couple of years before it gets tackled. If you look up at the eave of that barn, you can see where that barn is actually collapsing on the backside. Hugh and Jared had attempted to repair it at one point, but the logs on the backside are pretty much just they're just rotten. They've had their day. It's a very, very old back barn, and so it needs to come down. Hopefully it will not come down while someone's inside of it or the cattle are inside it. No, it's not to that point. It's not dangerous. It's just becoming unusable. So that one will be coming down, and then there will be just a really long equipment shed / cattle feeder that will continue along that fence line, and it'll be built something like that. That's all we need. It doesn't need to be, 3 stories high. It just needs to be high enough for the equipment to be parked in, and a couple of sheds for the cattle to get in and out of the weather when they choose to. Most of the time they don't. They just stay in there even when it's, or stay outside even when it's rainy. But they will go in there every now and then. And if you remember, you know, the shed that Hugh and John took off of this little building just recently, look at the mountains, guys. They would go under that sometimes. But now that shed is gone. Up there on, you know, of course, that little building. So, and then eventually, it may not be in our lifetime, but this old shed needs to be replaced as well. But this one's really old. There was at one time a big sawmill. This one is the original sawmill shed. And there was a great big circular sawmill in here. It was still here when Hugh and I got married 44 years ago. And that thing was scary. The blade on that sawmill was, I don't know, 5-6 feet across. I mean, it was big. It was big. But thankfully it's gone. Hugh sold that years and years back, and it needed to be sold because it was so dangerous. It should just went to a museum. I hope nobody's using it. But anyway, well, y'all, I just wanted to say hi this morning. I didn't get a video made last night. I'm trying to put the videos out at midnight each night. But last night I did not get one out because yesterday was just very, very busy. And this morning I woke up to the snow and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and put out a little video. And hopefully I'll get a better one out this evening. If Huey's up to anything interesting, I will videotape him. Chelsea and I, well, I might tape us because we're working on Kringle. And some of you crafters in the group might like to see what we're up to. And I'll tell the birds goodbye. Actually, I'm going to go fix their water right now. Thanks for reminding me. All right. Love y'all. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.